Ah, delicious. Welcome back. It's been a little bit. It's been like 5 days since my last upload. I swear that I've wanted to upload. I really have, but I have been moving still a bunch. I'm still moving stuff over from my apartment and everything, and it's been quite a time moving into this place. As you can see, I did the wall like I said I was going to. It's the chalkboard wall, and I've started to write some celebrity quotes on it that I really enjoy. For instance, I won't go into a big spiel about reincarnation, but the first time I went into a Gucci store was the closest I've ever felt to home, from Kanye West. And it's quotes like that that are really going to fill up that wall, and I think it's very important, very motivational for me to continue doing that. But I'm here today to reminisce. 2015 was quite a year. I'm actually just scrolling through my channel to see some dope shit that I've done last year, and it just seems like it's a lot of Minecraft. You know what? Wasn't really that cool of a year, but 2016, oh my god! As you can see though, my room is starting to be very developed, like a preteen woman. Oof, that's getting into Lion Maker territory. Like an adolescent, like puberty. My room's hitting puberty, and I am actually going along with it. I'm getting like these zits on my back, and the dermatologist said it was from hormones. So I'm still going through puberty. I have 5 hairs on my chin and 10 hairs on my upper lip. I figured I'd put together my favorite moments from 2015. That was the year, right? Why am I spacing on that? I literally just talked about it. 2015, of course. Because all in all, it was quite an experience, and I wouldn't trade it in for the world because it led to where I am now, and I'm at the happiest point in my life. I'm very thankful, and I don't take it for granted. I love what I do for a living. I love everyone that's in my life, my friends, my family, my girlfriend. Every single thing is on point, and I'm ready. I am so absolutely gosh darn ready for something horrible to happen to just bring me down a peg, because there is no equilibrium in my life. It just seems like it's a bunch of whoop and not a lot of woof, and there has to be something coming. Here it is. Steven Suptic, an Instagram year in review. The first picture I took of 2015 was of baby Cosmo, which is a cat that's actually Zach's cat. A lot of people thought it was mine because it loved me the most, and I can't talk that much about each picture, otherwise, I mean, there's so many pictures that I've taken over this year, so it's probably a good idea to just hit the ones that matter. So, a pizza taco, none of these really matter too much. Let's start it off with this. This was the biggest change to the start of 2015. It involved me moving away from everything I was comfortable with out to LA for a job. It was a huge risk, and I wouldn't regret it, and I don't, and I want, and I don't, and I want, and I want, and I don't. I don't regret it for the world. You can see they're all very upset that I was leaving, and look at how different I looked. I had those really disgusting bifocals that just did not do my face justice. Not that much does, but they did it less justice than anything before, and I looked very pudgy back then. Not that I don't look pudgy now, but I feel like I've not toned up a bit, but like, I don't know, I feel like I've shrunk, maybe, that's what it is. Facially. And then we have, over here, is the place that I moved into.
Golly, here's the apartment tour. Front of my room.
Ah, yes.
Here's the cut in my room. Bedroom.
That was the apartment that I moved into in, North Hollywood, Los Angeles, and boy, was it a treat, was it a trek. Okay, so my social security number was frozen because of when I first moved in with Zach and Tyson, my mom thought that I was going to die and get thrown in a lake or get robbed or something, so she was like, we should freeze your social security number. I'm like, well, I don't give a fuck, when am I going to use it? I'm just going to live with Zach and Tyson my whole life, because I just don't have any responsibilities of my own, I'm never going to get my own place. Then I moved into my own place, and bada bing, bada boom, I got absolutely fucked, and the only place that would accept me, for some reason, was this place that was it was too expensive for 900 square feet, and there were so many issues that arose with that Toluca Lake residence that I just cannot even begin to. And then I started working for DeFranco Creative Discovery Digital Networks, and it has to this day been quite an experience in a good way. And there's Zaragoza and I. This was one of our first interactions. And then I remember at first I was a little nervous because like I don't really know that many people in LA, but these people right here, they warmed me up to the place. Specifically, Brett Hundley, right there, who got me out and about from my Seattle residence and was like, "Come out to LA, fuck you." And I'm like, yes, Brett, this is exactly what I want, and I very much appreciate everything that he's done for me. And there are just 3 other dudes that don't really matter as much, like Shibby, Joel, Alex there. And then I met my coworker, Raina, who at the time, I don't think I met her, she had some big life issues, and I didn't get to meet her for like the first 2 weeks I was there. And then we met, and we hit it off right away. We had like great on-screen chemistry, I think. Maybe not. But I feel like we play to each other's personalities pretty well, and I consider her one of my best friends today. So it was a pleasure meeting her, and I'm sure she's dying soon, so it was nice while it lasted. And then I got to experience different parts of LA. I broke my glasses. Oh, I got them fixed. That's when I got them fixed, so I still had the same kind. They're just, look at these glasses. They're disgusting. Look at these. And now look at mine. It baffles me that I was ever in that phase. And we went on a whole butt shit load ton of adventures. Look at this. I remember this like it was yesterday, even though it was 43 weeks ago. What the fuck? We went on so many adventures, and my favorite sushi place, and I know exactly who's across the table from me. It was my roommate, Kib. Actually, you know what? I don't know if Kib and I were roommates at that time. Oh, it was Kib. Yeah, it was Kib, because this is Kib and I on a hike, and I have to say, Kib was one of the best friends I've ever had. He's just a good dude, and I'm actually using his ring light right now that I'm gonna ask right after this if I can buy it from him, because I still haven't shipped it back. I still haven't shipped his Xbox back. I gotta do that real soon. And Kib is always welcome to stay with me for a week or two, unless he pays rent. My friendship doesn't go very far. And I started working for Philip DeFranco. Well, technically I don't work for him. I work for Discovery. I don't know. I don't understand management, and I never will, probably. It has truly been a pleasure to work there. There were tons of friends along the way, for sure, like Ricky and Elliot. I knew them beforehand, but being in LA definitely gave me a bigger look into their lives, which is just disparity. I kissed a boy. I kissed Sam. He works in the office. It was for a Twizzler challenge, but really it's just because there was so much sexual tension beforehand, I just had to get it out of the way. Kib and I having fun as always. It's just, look at how, oh God, my hair up until recently has been the most disgusting. How have you guys not told me that my hair's been that gross? No, you know what? You have. You have, and I didn't pay attention. We went to the Ren Fair. I think you guys might have seen that video. I went to the Renaissance Fair with an African-American accent, and I really... Well, you can watch the video. I embarrassed myself quite a bit. We had a bunch of people that visited the office from time to time, like the Cube. There were some other people that we collabed with. Super Mary Face, she's a real nice lady. I love her. And I learned that driving in LA is sincerely one of the worst experiences you can possibly have. I live 5 minutes from my workplace right now, and oh, Lord Jesus, don't bless me today. I love it. I met my only black friend, Ricky. So this was a dark time in my life. I'm not really going to go over that one. Right here, though, was... one of the greatest times of my life, despite being seasick and feeling really shitty, because I was sick before I went on. Okay, if you still don't know, it happened like last year. We went in a shark cage. To be able to experience that through a job or just in general was one of the greatest times of my life. I then went and experienced my first wedding ever, which was fantastic. I know there's some stories from that one that are detrimental to my reputation, but alas, what isn't at this point? And then I got to experience the best of what I think California has to offer, which is drinking a mimosa at a place on Zuma Beach and looking out at the waves crashing into the beach. Met some cool coworkers, Maud Garrett, very nice lady. Met some more coworkers, Matt Lieberman, Bree Essrig, and William Haynes, all very... I swear, everyone at Discovery Digital Networks, they are so sweet, and they're all so talented. I can't even believe it. Like, half the time, all the time that I'm there, I'm like, I do not mentally match up to these people. This is insane. And they're all extremely accepting of me, and it's truly been a pleasure working with them. And then, for some reason, this video, Bro Threesome on Facebook, became like the most popular video I've ever made, which is fine as long as it's not a Minecraft video. Here was a really memorable experience. Deserved? Maybe not, but I was part of VidCon with the SourceFed and DeFranco crew, and obviously, like, I'm not, completely really a part of that group, but I thought it was definitely one of the coolest experiences to kind of tag along and reap the rewards of their internet fortitude. And I roomed with Sam Basher, who is a sweetheart, and I would love to room with him again. Here's more of Kib and I, just two bros. Okay, this was legitimately one of the coolest experiences of my life, which was doing this thing that Machinima set up. It was a Terminator advertisement, and they decked me out in this suit with my friend Brian, aka Terrorizer. I'm assuming you know who he is. And I didn't... See, this is why I should read contracts, or maybe I shouldn't because it was quite a surprise. But what they did was they drove us out to this remote location, and they had a test driver drive us around this course. It was for a transporter advertisement, and I felt so Hollywood afterwards. They drove us through this warehouse. They drove us through this warehouse and crashed into cardboard boxes and all this other debris and shit, and they gave me this briefcase. And it was all this, like, it was a setup for this advertisement. I'll link it in the description because I think it's really cool. I don't necessarily look that good in a suit because I don't think they had time to tailor it specifically for my buddy body. I met Vern Troyer, a very sweet lady. And we went to the Playboy Mansion! Okay, Machinima not only did the thing where we drove through the warehouse and had that whole incredible experience of, you know, like the transporter thing, but then they sent us to the Playboy Mansion, and I received, I don't know where this footage is, I still have to ask Claire or Dana or something. Okay, so it was weird because Brian and I, the Terrorizer right there, as you can see, we had to sit close to the stage, and I was thinking to myself, what the fuck did they set us up for? What are they gonna make us do? And they had these 9 dancers come out, and they pulled us up on stage, and each dancer gave us a lap dance. And I don't know where the footage is. If it's out there, maybe it is. I know that there's some interview I did with Playboy, and I was like, yeah, it was an alright time. And then here's a picture of us in the Playboy Grotto. I can't imagine how many nuts were busted in there, but I'm sure that joke's been made 1,000 times. I went to Seattle for TwitchCon. Oh my god, that was quite a time and a half. Actually, there was a point in TwitchCon, and this is the only thing I'm going to really say about it, because other than, like, that was an incredibly fun time, and I got to see all my friends, and I got to meet Keemstar, which is, like, a dream come true. Oh, and now it gets sad, though. Here's our last dinner between Kib and I before he left the next day to Canada, and he still hasn't been back to the US. When will he come back? Hopefully soon. Remember, Kib, you're always free to stay. 2 to 3 weeks. I know I raised it just now. 2 to 3 weeks, but then you gotta go. Unless you gotta pay rent. We have a guest room. Think about it. And then I met another close friend, Audrey. Very nice lady. She works with us on SPF things, along with Raina. She does, like, a lot of the metadata, and boy, has it changed SPF to work with her. It really has. Oh, wait! Oh, sorry. This was TwitchCon. The thing I just talked about was not TwitchCon, that was PAX. I don't remember much from PAX, to be honest. Okay, here's a big life change. I know I don't really ever talk about this because it's, you know, it's a private issue, but I do post about it on Instagram because I think of Instagram as more of, like, a personal thing, because I have a lot of friends from real life on Instagram. But big life change, yeah, I started dating this wonderful woman named Alyssa, and we went to a Dodgers game, and there's me interviewing Garrett, and no matter what happens in LA, I will never regret moving out here because I got to meet her. And that's the sappiest thing you will ever hear me say, and fuck off. Here's me washing my hair in the sink at work. Oh my god, this was so dope. Zach and Tyson, or maybe it was Garrett actually. Garrett Sutton, aka Jobless Garrett, who I feel like I'm doing an advertisement for his channel. He was like, Steve, we're doing this Black Ops paintball thing. Would you like to be a part of it? Hell yeah! It was this thing where 2 teams paintball each other. We had GoPros on the paintball. There was like a drone that had a GoPro on it that was flying around watching us all shoot each other. And I did the best. Oh, here's a very risque picture, but I would consider it very sweet, okay? Oh, here's a really cool thing by Cassie V123. She drew this, and I was like, Cassie, I need to use this for my branding, please, God. And she was like, yes, that's fine. So please go follow her on Instagram. It's Cassie V123. She makes some incredibly dope shit. I think the last 6 pictures here truly describe what my life is right now. I'm very vain, and I'm also so wacky. And I'm also very invested emotionally in another human being, which is very strange because I don't like talking about anything related to relationships on social media. Well, because it's like, who really wants to hear that? But the message I want to give you is that I thought of myself as a really just a heartless scumbag deep down. And I didn't really understand love throughout my whole life. I mean, like, I love my parents, obviously, but I mean romantic love. Because I think what real love is being able to care about someone more than you care about yourself. And in this situation, for the first time in my life, I do. But it's made me truly appreciate what I have going right now. And because I'd like to think that I was grateful before this, but the truth is, you can say you're grateful, but then just disregard it, and I think that's what I was doing for a lot of my life. And now I'm slowly but surely recognizing, I'm not even slowly, but I've already recognized it, that I am an extraordinarily lucky person, and I'm lucky to have you guys in my life, and I'm lucky to have Alyssa in my life, and I'm lucky to have my friends in my life, and my family, and everyone that I work with. I'm a lucky dude. And sorry, it has been 5 days since my last upload. I'm frequent again. I'm a frequent flyer mile, so expect me every day, okay? Please, be safe.